Hey guys, alright, we're returning to one of my favorite channels, Memoirs of World War II, this time shot down over enemy territory, Memoirs number 17. Hope I don't cry.
We neared Berlin. You could see the cloud of flak that we were going to be flying into. We lost 2 engines in that flak attack.
Oh,
and
shit.
as we were losing altitude, I said to the pilot, I suggest we get out of the airplane right now.
It's copyrighted. It's so copyrighted. Is it over yet? Not over yet.
By the fall of 1942, the United States war drive was in full swing, and 21-year-old Richard Kender was determined to do his part by joining the Army Air Corps. Upon completing basic training, Richard became a navigator for a B-17 Flying Fortress and was sent to Rapid City, South Dakota to join his squadron.
Arriving at Rapid City, I met my crew in the 303rd Bomb Group, the 358th Bomb Squadron. And the next day happened to be my 22nd birthday. And I decided, well, guys, there's a dance going on down the street. Let's go. We walked in, and I spotted a girl, Jean. And I said, Dick, you're gonna marry that girl someday. And I walked up and asked her to dance, and we danced for 3 hours.
What
Over
a
the next
different
few
time.
weeks, knowing he would soon be deployed to war, Richard spent every moment he could spare with Jean.
And I dated her every day that I could get out of that air base. Left her with a pair of miniature wings and said, I'll be back. And went off to war. Shortly after that, we started flying missions. Our first mission was the day after D-Day. We made 10 sorties into France, knocking out railroad bridges and other means of transportation for the German Armored Corps to hit our boys on the beach. We also flew 3 missions to Germany. The first 2 were against submarine pens on the German coast. And then on the 21st of June, we were flying our 13th mission. We made a run on Berlin. More airplanes than you can shake a stick at were in the air that day going towards Berlin, both bombers and fighters. As we neared Berlin, you could see the black cloud of flak that we were going to be flying into.
That had to
And
be
as we hit
terrifying.
that flak cloud, the 2 airplanes just in front of us were blown up.
Damn.
We lost 2 engines in that flak attack, but we finished our bomb run, turned around and headed for home, losing altitude on the way. Probably within about 30 miles or so of the coast, all of a sudden we got hit by flak again. We lost our hydraulic systems and our wheels fell down. And I said to the pilot, this airplane is going to land in the Baltic, and it's not going to land on water very well with the wheels down. So I suggest we get out of the airplane right now. Otherwise, we're dead airmen. We started bailing out.
When Richard touched down, the rest of his crew was nowhere in sight.
Oh,
He was alone
separated.
in enemy territory.
I managed to evade overnight and wound up on the coast. And it wasn't a very smart move on my part, because it turned out to be 2 guards and a 80-pound German Shepherd walking the beach.
Oh, shit.
And they turned a dog loose. And when you weigh about 135 pounds, I suggest that you not argue with 80 pounds of German Shepherd. It's not conducive to a long life.
Now a prisoner of war, Richard
Damn.
was sent to Frankfurt, Germany to undergo interrogation concerning his latest bombing mission. Upon arrival, he was delighted to find that most of his crew had survived. Only the pilot was unaccounted for.
Nice.
And they were all alive and well. A couple had been wounded slightly. I learned later from the bombardier that he came down in the middle of the flak guns.
Oh my
Finally
god.
sent down to the interrogation center at Frankfurt, Germany, and gave them name, rank, and serial number for 2 days, while they showed me pictures of the bomb run, and we did a really good job.
Over the following months, Richard and his crew would be moved, time and again, to various prison camps across Germany. Meanwhile, back home in South Dakota, Jean was just receiving word that Richard had been shot down. By the early spring of 1945, the war was quickly closing in on Germany from all sides. Increasing numbers of German forces were eager to accept the terms of peace, while others fought on with all the more ferocity. Richard saw the extremism of this contrast up close when a WaffenSS officer and his regiment arrived at the prison camp, demanding that the camp's residing German commandant provide them with soldiers for a mission.
We had a visit from an SS troop, and they were going to set up a roadblock somewhere. And they asked the commandant to provide 200 or 300 men from his prison complement to support them. And he refused to do it. So they took about 200 of his guys, herded them into a barracks, locked all the windows and doors and stuff, and set fire to it.
Oh my fucking god.
And then they left without bothering any POWs. But, boy, it was a big threat as far as the Germans were concerned, and that's when we took over the camp entirely. Basically, the commandant said, "You guys have got it."
Oh. Wow. I have no words for that. God.
About 2 days later, Patton's 14th Armored arrived at camp.
Finally and officially liberated, Richard and his crew were together one last time before heading back to the States. But this time, it was the entire crew.
The day before we left,
Pilot lived? Or the
our
captain or
pilot
whatever?
showed up. They had finally gotten him out of Stalag Luft 1, which was up in northern Germany. So I got to meet all the crew members on the ground in Europe. And then we left to the United States.
Hell yeah.
After 13 bombing missions and 10 months in German captivity, Richard's enthusiasm for returning to his home country was overshadowed by his excitement to hear a voice he had not heard for over a year.
They let us have a half a day in New York City. And I got in the telephone line at the first telephone that I could find. And I called Rapid City, South Dakota. And I said, "Gene, "Are you still available?" And she said, "Yes, I'm still here. I'm coming just as fast as I can." On the 26th of June, we got married.
Damn. Damn.
And that's the World War II story.
Well, that's the end of this one. Alright. Bam. Oh, okay, that was a feel-good story. There was no loss of life. They all made it home. Oh, he got a happy ending. Oh, okay. Obviously I'm gonna continue to keep watching Memoirs of World War II, even though they do not get views, just because I really enjoy the content from this channel. So yeah, I have nothing else to add to the end of this video. The series is just so good. This is a good series because it's doing good work. It's recording some very important information. It just sucks that something like this wasn't really around, though, about 20-ish years ago, that they could have, so that this could have been done for World War I American veterans, since I don't know if anything like this was done for British World War I veterans or French veterans 20 years ago or whatever. I don't really know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Leave a suggestion down below for what you want to see me react to next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.